Hey, everyone. It is me, Cris Rivers, and I'm here with Poe on the call, and we have a little different episode today, but I'm still excited. We wanted to end the season with a quick recap. So, are you ready? I know I am, so here we go. So we're going to recap all the educational and random informative segments from Season 1 and Season 2, because we've already recapped all the interviews. Make sure you check out all those beautiful and inspiring interviews. But we also do other kinds of episodes, and that is what we're doing here. So here we go. Mændy Mac will also be appearing too. Stay tuned for her.
Did you hear my name? That's right. Here I am. If you noticed, Chris and I are not together at this point because we've been so busy, but we wanted to still have another episode before the end of the year, so this was the easiest for us to do. Oh, I'm winded coming down those stairs. But yeah, I'm so excited today to go over some of the amazing episodes that we had last year, as well as this year, that were more informative. Last year we did a lot of episodes that were like that, and this year we kind of focused more on interviews. But there's so many pole dance topics to cover, even more than the ones that we covered here. So hope you enjoy these, and if they inspired you to let us know about any more topics that you think of, definitely send them in so we can talk about them for our 2024 season. But let's get started with our very first episode from 2022. Oh, man.
So, if you've been following along with us, you may remember that our very first episode was what to expect from your very first pole class. That was such a fun episode. We got to film that in the studio, and we dove into expectations when taking your first pole class, such as what to wear, jewelry, and things like that. But the most important thing is have no expectations, but have fun. You should be going in there wanting to try something new and to have a good time, because that's the most important thing. So try to go in with no expectations, and check out that episode for a bit more information on things you might want to wear, jewelry, lotion, and things like that. Alrighty, here's our next episode.
In our second episode, right after we told you what to expect from your first pole class, we told you a little bit about the different styles and levels of pole dance class. As you probably know, if you're a pole dance student, there's a lot. And it's different for every studio that you go to, perhaps. There's many different styles of pole. You can be sexy, you can be sporty, you can be fun, you can be weird, you can be yourself, always. So we just wanted to discuss all the different styles and the levels. And we also talked about the different levels in our studio, Pole on the Wall, which I'm in right now. So to make it a little bit more familiar. So if you're interested in the different styles and levels of pole dance, definitely check that episode out, and that is from our 2022 season. And now, here's the next one.
Thank you. I'm back for our next recap, and if you remember, our third episode-ish was different pole grips that you may find in the pole industry and more. So in this episode, goodness, I can't even remember the grips we went over. I know we went over dry hands, and then we went over the different types of grips like chalk, antiperspirant, the waxy grips, and things like that. We do want to make a second video with more different types of grip, because there's so many on the market, so many good things, and you should really be experimenting with your grip, because your grip need can change. You might not need any. You might need some for the weather or for different occasions and things like that. So be sure to check out that episode. We will definitely work on a updated episode with even more grips. Alrighty, here's our next episode to Mændy Mac.
And then our fourth episode, we talked a little bit about pole safety, mostly pole safety in your home pole space, pole safety in your studio, in your club, and we listed a whole bunch of ways that you can just be safe while you're doing pole dancing, because as we all know, pole dancing can be very dangerous. You don't want to get hurt. You want to make sure that your space is safe, make sure your poles are safe, your home poles, even the studio poles. We always come in and check them. We shake them a whole bunch before you guys come in, so we make sure that they're not going to have any incidents while you're here. So yeah, if you're interested in how to set up a safe pole space for your home, maybe you have a home pole that you want to get up and you have some questions, or even if you're starting a studio, we have a lot of helpful information in that episode as well. So check out it's called Safety in the Pole Studio and Home Space.
Hey, I'm back. Thank you, Mandy. So, the next episode to recap was sharing your pole journey and building self-confidence. And this was a good, fun episode where we dove into our emotions and dove into whether you should share it, whether you should not share it, being safe when you share content, and just using videos and things like that to build your self-confidence, and trying not to use social media to judge yourself based on your pole progress, because we all have different journeys. So that was a fun episode where we touched a lot of deep emotions that we all feel as pole dancers. I'm sure even the biggest pole stars have some of these emotions and self-confidence issues as well. So definitely check that out. And for our next episode, we have Mændy Mac again.
Then in our next episode, we talked about the different ways you could get certified to teach pole dance. And we talked about why getting certified might be important. And also ways that you can become a pole teacher without getting certified. So all of that was discussed in that episode. And we also made a list of some of the great certification programs that we know of, as well as the ones that we've also partaken in. So we know all about those. And yeah, so if you're interested in being a pole teacher, whether an in-person teacher, an online teacher, or even a traveling pole coach, this is the episode that you want to check out. So it is called Different Ways to Get Certified to Teach Pole, and it's from our 2022 season.
I'm back! Thank you, Mandy. So, our next episode that we'll recap was training for a pole competition, and in this episode we dove into different ways that you can start training for a pole competition and tips that would help for proper training and making sure you have a successful training plan, such as starting at least 8 to 12 weeks in advance. Don't plan a month ahead and things like that. But that was a fun episode. I think we should do an updated episode too, because there's so many different competitions and now so many ways to train. You have coaches that you can use, and studios now offer different workshops to help you train as well. So many options, so definitely check out that video. And back to Mændy Mac.
If you're looking for a laugh, then you'll definitely want to check out our next episode from 2022, where we talked all about the funny pole dance phrases and pole terms that we use to describe how we do our tricks. A lot of them were sent in from you guys, so we included some funny ones that you guys thought were hilarious, and some of them we didn't quite understand. Some of them were regional, but we all use different ways to describe how to do tricks. So, for instance, one of them was when I do a wrist sit, I got my hand underneath my butt, like I'm giving a sample to a doctor. Or if someone says with a thumb up your butt, so you always remember. Another funny one that Fifi Bamboo, who was an interviewee of Pole on the Call, she's a great pole coach, but she had a really funny one, and I'll never forget it. It's when you're doing the tulip, the arms to get it through. She said it's scratch and sniff. So I'll never forget that one. So if you're into that and you want to have a good laugh, check out our funny pole phrases and terms episode from 2022. It's so funny, but also informative, because as we know, we don't just say those things to be funny. They actually help us get into our pole tricks.
Hey, I'm back again. Thank you, Mandy, once again. And our next episode that we are recapping from season 1, goodness, there's so many, was self-care tips for pole dancers. And this was a fun episode because we tried something new, and we opened it up to the public and gave clips of different people and their self-care things, and also shared what people wrote on Instagram and Facebook based on what they do for self-care. And then me and Mændy Mac did snippets of different cute little self-care things that we do, which was fun. So that was a cool episode. I remember that. It was the first time we did something different besides the pole dancer interviews and like these full educational segments. But enough about that recap. Back to Mændy Mac for the next one.
And then our very next episode of 2022 was called Why Do You Love Pole Dancing? And we thought that this was an important episode to share because everyone has different reasons to why they pole dance. And we thought that sharing those reasons would help inspire others and help others along their pole journey as well. So we polled a bunch of students in our classes at Pole on the Wall, and they let us know their beautiful answers. So if you are looking to get inspired or looking for a podcast episode that would be good to share with non-pollers, this is a really good episode to share. Yeah, it gets lots of good perspective. And we do the episode every year. So definitely hoping to share more people's reasons in the coming years.
I'm back. Thank you again, Mændy. So the next video that we're recapping is tools to help you on your pole journey. And in this episode, we went into different various tools that you may need on your pole journey, such as grips, maybe a home pole, safety mats, and different services out there. We also put up some of the tools we offer to help you on your pole journey, of course, because you know marketing is everything. But that was a excuse me, fun little episode on tools that you might find useful and things you might need eventually on your pole journey. So check out that episode. Back to Mændy Mac.
And then our very next episode in 2022 was called Ways to Make Money Pole Dancing. We stated many of the obvious ways you can make money pole dancing, but then we also delved into some of the behind the scenes ways that you can make money in the pole dance industry, because it is a growing industry. People are so creative and they're making up new things, new professions, new things to do that didn't even exist, 10 years ago. So it's just really exciting. And we'll probably have to do that episode again since it's been 2 years. Well, it will be 2 years next year since that episode came out. So, because there's plenty more ways to make money. But if you're interested in that episode, definitely check it out and share it with your friends.
Thank you. And once again, I am back again. This is a very interesting episode, but it has been fun recording these episodes and going back and forth. But the next video recap from season 1 is training a pole competition team. Now this episode dove more in depth into studio level of training a pole competition team, creating workshops that benefit your pole competition team, offering open pole practice for them and different things like that. Whereas it was different from the training for a pole competition team because that was on an individual level, training plans and things like that. So this episode is good if you're a studio and looking to train a pole competition team in different ways to help your team have fun and succeed. So check out that video. Alrighty, back to Mændy Mac.
This brings us to our very last episode of 2022, which was tips for pole dancers. And we just kind of compiled a bunch of things that we've learned throughout the years, pole dancing in the clubs and in the studio and performing and doing all sorts of things. So we listed all those wonderful tips that you'll have to watch or listen to the episode to find out. That is the very last one of our informative episodes of 2022. So definitely check out all of those episodes and you'll be all caught up for 2023, which starts now.
And I'm back again. Thank you once again, Mændy, for that recap. Now we're finished with season 1, all those educational and informative sessions, and now we're gonna do a quick recap of season 2. Surprisingly, this season we had far less educational and informative episodes, and I think that's because we had so many amazing studio tours and pole dancer interviews, which is the point and the goal of this, so I'm not mad about it. So next year we'll make sure to definitely bring you a lot more educational, informative pieces because these pieces are important. So let's get into it. Recap season 2. Our first episode is a conversation that we had about Poe history, and this was a fun episode because we got to do a little research and go into where pole dancing started, and it started with Chinese pole, and oh my goodness, I think even I want to say India. God, I knew this name and I can't remember the name. It's so embarrassing, but it was used as a training technique, and different things like that. Goodness, you should definitely check out that episode. We did a lot of research for it, and God, that was at the beginning of this year. I'm so upset that I can't remember it, but make sure to check out that fun conversation. It was just us kind of chilling and talking about what we found and things like that. And hopefully we could do an updated version once more history is found out. Now back to Mændy Mac.
In our 2023 season, we decided to get a little bit deeper with our conversations, and something that kept coming up was the subject of gatekeeping in the pole dance industry. So we decided to make an episode about that in 2023. So that was one of our beginning of the year episodes that came out, and we discussed what it's like to be on both sides of the gates, and why maybe it would be harmful or beneficial, maybe to gatekeep things. But yeah, we left it open to, gathering your own opinions on the subject too. So definitely check that episode out if you are wondering what gatekeeping is, or if you've experienced it in the industry, because sometimes people are gatekeeping and they don't even know. Yeah. So that episode is in our 2023 season. So definitely check that episode out and share it with your friends.
Hey, I'm back once again with our next recap, which was risk management in the pole industry. Now, this episode, we once again dove deep because of an incident that happened at PSO, and we just had a conversation about the importance of all of us being more prepared and being more mindful for emergencies and things that might happen, such as getting CPR certified or just knowing procedures and policies and where things like an AED machine are and things like that. So that was a very fun episode where we dove deep into it. I hope we didn't upset anybody. If we did, we apologize, but make sure you check it out, and so we can all learn and grow together. Back to Mændy Mac with our season 2 recap.
And that brings us to our final informative podcast episode of 2023, which was choosing your first pole dance heels. And this one was truly important to put out because it's like one of the biggest questions that gets asked in our studio, probably everywhere, because you want to wear the heels, but like, where do you start? So if you are interested in wearing pole dance heels and you don't know where to start, check out our podcast episode, and this one's definitely good to check out on our YouTube channel so that you can see all of the different styles of shoes that we bring up in the episode.
Hey, it's me, Chris, once again, and I have no more videos to recap. We are done with recapping all these educational and informative videos from season 1 and season 2. It's always fun to do these recap videos because we have done a lot, and it's a nice refresher and reminder of how much we have done. So not only is it good for you as the audience, old and new, but it's very good for us as well. So thank you for bearing with us and tuning in for this recap episode. We are so excited to be ending season 2. Thank you to all the beautiful people that we got to interview, all the studios that we got to tour. We are very excited for 2024. We have some fun things coming up. We're working on touring ourselves to do real in-life interviews in persons and teaching workshops so we can meet all of you, because that is the point of this. We want to dance with all of you, and we want to grow in this industry and share all our beautiful artwork and talent, because pole is life-changing. So we have quite a few things coming in 2024, so stay tuned for that. But of course, our virtual showcase, I'm talking too much. Mændy probably has more to add, and I hope she does. But our virtual showcase videos due December 21st. Winter solstice is a theme, free free to pole dancers all over the world. Please be sure to submit, promote yourself, share a choreo, share a combo, share a routine you created for a different competition, share an edited pole music video, whatever you like. And then if you're a pole entrepreneur, pole studio, or pole coach, and you want to promote yourself for 2024, submit that video too, and you can be part of our pole super pole break episode, super pole break during the virtual showcase. We want to make it kind of like the Super Bowl, where you get the sneak peeks of everything coming for 2024, and that's our goal. So this is our first annual one, so please submit your promotion videos because we want to promote you. Thank you, Mændy Mac. I don't know if you have anything, but this is me, Cris Rivers. I am signing out, and today I have, because you can pole dance in anything, socks. Oh, my heels are somewhere. I don't know where they are, but I'm gonna miss y'all on this break. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I can't wait for 2024.
Yes. Thank you so much, Cris, for helping doing these episode recaps. I know it was hard for us to get together, and I'm so appreciative of you being so dedicated to our wonderful polecast. Like I said, it was a polecast. Our pole podcast. It's been such a beautiful 2 years. I've learned so much from all of everything and our informative podcast episodes that we had to do so much research for, and also learning so much from our interviews. And like Cris said, I'm really hoping that 2024 we get to like tour and visit a lot of you that we've met online in person, so that we can all pole dance together and learn from each other even more. And also, as Cris has expressed, our virtual pole dance showcase is coming up soon. It's our winter solstice showcase, and the submissions are due next Thursday, which is Thursday, December 21st, which is the winter solstice. So hopefully it'll be easy for you to remember. We've been getting a lot of submissions so far. They've been also amazing, but we're hoping for some more. So if you have any time this week and you haven't been working on anything yet, there's still time to submit. We want any sorts of pole dance videos that you've got, whether it's a old competition video, a new combo you've been working on, maybe it's just a new trick you want to share. We just want to promote all of you because you're so amazing and inspiring. And also, if you have a pole business, we want to share your pole business too. So send us that. And stay tuned for the showcase, which will be airing on Thursday, January 4th. So into the new year, something to look forward to in January. But yeah, until then, catch up on all of our past episodes. This was a really good guide to all of the informative ones. But as we said earlier, we have lots of great interviews with wonderful pole dancers from all over the world actually now. So check that out. And everything is at poleonthecall.com. We hope to see you in 2024. Hope to pole dance with you. And thank you so much for watching and listening and supporting us these past 2 years. And we're so excited for what is to come in the new year. So I guess that is it for our recap episode. My name is Mændy Mac, co-host of Pole on the Call podcast with Cris Rivers, and I am signing out with Pig Slipper Aesthetic. So my shoes are in my bag over there.